Welcome to episode 1 From Emo to Om. This is a podcast about being human in all its messy, magical layers. Together, we'll explore stories of growth, spiritual journeys, and the connections that shape us. This is a space for community and collaboration where we celebrate both the highs and the lows, honoring the polarity and duality that make up the human experience. Think of it as a collective journey, evolving side by side, finding meaning in struggles and joy in the breakthroughs. Hello, everyone. My name is Anna. I will be the host of From Emo to Om. I just wanted to preface before we get into the actual podcast that this probably has to be the most unconventional episode 1. I sat down with a very good friend of mine and just asked for some insights on doing a podcast because I am starting from ground zero. So to be able to sit with a friend and to be able to collaborate and not knowing that I was accidentally creating my episode 1 just felt so right in the direction that I want to take this podcast. So without further ado, my imperfect, perfect episode 1 of From Emo to Om. I hope that you enjoy. How's this podcasting been going for you?
I love it. I really, really do. It's fun, it's interactive, and it depends on the type of podcasting that you do. And the reason why I say that is because it can be a specific thing. Mm-hmm. Now, with the group that I'm involved with called Unlimited Wisdom, we almost do it on a daily basis. In other words, I'm in the background technically for Robert, who is the gentleman I work with. Mm-hmm. Although he invites me on several things. We used to have a regular, what we would consider podcast, where it was just the three of us, meaning he, his son, and I, and we would just take topics and talk. Mm-hmm. That's basically what he wanted to do. And so I like it because it's kind of, at least the way that we did it was free form. That's not necessarily how it needs to be. Plus, he had an audience. So free-forming in that regard was perfect. The focus was more on him than it was on his son or I. I was still more the technical person in the background, controlling stuff, making sure that the broadcast went forward. And then he and his son would go back and forth. But I also was able to interject because of what my view is. And it was I loved it. I really did.
Yeah. I feel like your perspective has always been very valid and you speak so eloquently when it comes to just who you are as a person. So like, I'm glad that he invited you and recognized that, but also knowing like, yes, you should have, if you're not doing your own show, you should totally do your own show.
So, and it's the same way that I was with Paul too, when working with him. It's his show. If I'm on, then I have to respect it's his show. Always. I will always do that unless I'm invited on. And there have been a couple of times where, and then because I often had the conversation is, okay, it's his show. If I'm on, then I have to respect it's his show. Always. I will always do that unless I'm invited on. And there have been a couple of times where, and then because I often had the conversation is, okay, can I interact or am I just going to be a face? And he will allow me that. But thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Jackman? Where's Craig Jackman? Like that is something like, hello, sign me up for that.
You give me good vibes. And, I've actually thought about doing that. I just need to find that niche.
You.
Yeah, well,
it's you. You're perfectly packaged in you. Look at the experiences that you've had. I will never forget. You literally did, and I want to say the song was Pour Some Sugar on Me. At the very first time I ever saw you a day in my life. I've never seen you. I was living in Las Vegas, and I go, that dude's special. Like, it clocked it from the second that I met you. And I remember, like, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know a single person, but I remember specifically having to come up and talk to you to say, like, you did an amazing job. Like that to me is like something, it's an energetic, like a magnetism that people just don't naturally have. And so you being able to put yourself on display and to be so authentically you unapologetically is a rarity. And I feel like a lot of people don't recognize that.
I, you're leaving me
Yeah.
speechless. Thank
Yeah,
you so
I mean, but that's
much.
it's just fact. It's fact of who you are. And so it's like that kind of thing. It's like, yes, I love that you are helping others. Yes, I love that you like I'm so honored that you took the time out to speak with me about your experiences and stuff because I'm like, like, hi, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something. And
Well, I
so
appreciate that because I
yeah,
enjoy helping people.
why don't
I
you
mean,
start a podcast about helping people do podcasts? That's a starting point. That's a starting point, but at least it's your name, your brand, your face.
I think that's a very good idea. I will definitely. I got to hone things down, but I appreciate that so
It's
very,
just a
very
seed.
much.
It's just a seed. But
Well, it's a hell of a seed for you to share. Thank you.
I would definitely subscribe to that channel for sure because I value you, I value your voice, I value your viewpoint because you're somebody who is also very expansive. Again, you're not somebody who takes things at like surface level. You dive deeper in and then you're able to share that viewpoint and it makes people think. It opens up people's perception. It opens up people's mind. And that's
Well,
power.
thank you. Let's open up your mind. Come on, you. This is not about me. This is about you.
Sorry, this is my
No,
natural.
and I appreciate that. I very, very
Yeah.
much do. What have you got in mind?
So I'm starting. I've I've reclused myself and began this whole new journey of being an oracle. So
Ooh.
it is. I am now. I have a crazy, crazy story of how your life can literally change overnight. Because I walked into a space and I didn't. I mean, I knew nothing about spirituality. I knew nothing about like realistically like religion, anything like that.
Okay.
I went to Sprouts to go and buy some sage and they laughed me out of the store. They were like, for like cooking or for like woo? And I was like, woo. And they were like, no, like get out of here. So I went to a metaphysical shop and I was with an old coworker of mine and she goes, oh my gosh, I love the sound bowls. Like we have to do the sound bowls. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
well, you can do that. I guess I'll do Reiki because I don't want to just sit here and like wait for you. So I'll get the Reiki done. And I've never even heard of Reiki. I knew it was like healing hands, but I never knew anything about it. Walked in, had somebody, she did started doing Reiki on me. Now I got ADHD at the wazoo. I started seeing things and I was like, I know I got ADHD, but like, what is happening? And next thing I knew, I was like convulsing on the floor. And I was like, am I being possessed? Like, I'm like sitting there, like panicking, being like, what is happening? I'm crying out of nowhere. All these feelings are coming up. And I'm just like, I don't even know what is going on. And she looks at me and I was like, can you please explain like what kind of craziness just went down? And she goes, you're my first Kundalini activation. And I was like, I'm gonna need you uh to tell me what what.
Yeah.
And she was just explaining how the pineal gland in the back of the brain every 29 days outputs a secretion and it collects at the base of your spine. And so once you are ready and the energies align, that Kundalini starts to rise up the spine, opens up the third eye. And so that's what I was seeing. And I was starting to see vision. And so these were things I wrote down everything that I had seen. And then just kind of deep dive from there. And the very first video I saw was Jim Carrey. Very first image that I saw was the number 33. Now, I was 32 at the time, turning 33 that year. And in Jim Carrey's video, he goes, do you know how many vertebrae are in the spine? 33. Yeah, it just kind of catapulted from there. 2 days later, after my activation, a rattlesnake came into my room and actually killed my dog.
Eee.
And, but the thing is that after that awakening, after that state, I was so balanced and so even that in that moment, I wasn't mad. I was sad, but I wasn't like depressed. I wasn't anything. And it took me a couple months to really recalibrate my system back to being able to experience high highs and low lows because I
Okay.
was so even. And over time, I've learned just how incredible our emotions are and how I would rather be so depressed and so sad because I'm honoring that emotion. So the ultimate feeling that I felt was fear. I had to learn to actually reteach myself that when you're neutral, it's not positive, it's not negative, it's actually peace. And to sit and actually allow peace to enter and not have it be a void is a very
Right.
big lesson. It is a very, very big lesson. So this entire year has been me really going through and clearing out my body and just saying like what's happening, why do I have these emotions, what am I holding on to from the past, what is no longer serving me. And then I was able to find people who I could speak freely with because I didn't even want to tell anybody about it because I'm like, I'm ready for the freaking insane asylum, like I don't even know what's going on. This is the birthplace of From Emo to Om. It's basically going to be a collaboration with just random people that I meet, people like you, people like that I've met over time that who have just been on journeys of self-awareness and just opening up like levels of consciousness to understand that the universe speaks to us always. Synchronicities happen. Life is happening for us, not to us, and we have to be active participants in our lives. We have to.
Absolutely.
And we just haven't done that. And it's like time to wake up. And it's like we create our reality. Everything that is presented to us in our day-to-day life is absolutely neutral. We create the meaning.
You're speaking exactly the way my mentor speaks. You
I love
are so on that same path.
it. Thank
Keep
you.
going. I'm sorry. I just had to say that because
Thank
I'm
you.
hearing Robert as you are talking.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I want you guys, I would love to have you join us just to
Oh, I would
even
love to.
look. Okay,
Yeah.
just to watch and then maybe get more. But
Yeah.
anyways, keep going, keep going.
I went to Sunset Market 2 days ago, and there was a man who was selling hot sauce. And I go, eh, I've got like if it's hot Cheetos, like it's too hot for me. Like I can't have this taste buds. It's just it's like it's very I'm like it's painful to me, and I
Yeah,
don't like put myself in pain. And he goes, I promise you, I have one that is so mild that is zero spice. And I go, I trust you. I trust you. His energetic field, I was surprised to find out that he was a fire sign because he felt like a cool, calm rush of water. Like there was so much, just an energy that was so calming. It was like going into a pool that's slightly heated on a hot day to where it's not shocking to your system. It is just like
okay.
getting in for relief. Like that is his energy. And so I was like, I trust you. So I went over, I spoke with him. He gave me a sample of his hot sauce. And I'm like, yes, I'm so glad that I trusted you. And at first he goes, would you like a mandarin? And I said, realistically, no. Like I have a billion orange trees. Like I like if someone give it to somebody else who needs it. And he goes, I will share with you. Buddha used to sit in silence with his disciples and eat a mandarin just to prove that something that is so small can still nourish, but it takes time to grow. So it must be eaten in presence. I said, I will absolutely take this mandarin now, but that is the potency of meaning, you
Right.
know, that it didn't hold meaning until it came with a lesson. And then I go, okay, I have to have this now. So it's teaching other people how we are basically experiencing things always that we either want some of or we want more of or less than of. And it's like it's we're attaching that meaning to these things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's our perception. Everything is perception.
Bottom line, I totally
Yeah.
agree. And it's
Yeah.
your own perception.
Oh,
It's not
absolutely.
necessarily anybody else's because
No.
you are on your own journey, your own path. What
It
you
is yours.
like may be different from what he likes, may be different from what she likes.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys can come together, awesome. If not, thank you for the opportunity, or I've made my decision not to do that. And that's it. Let it go. There's,
Mm-hmm.
what you say exactly
Yes.
is what a lot of people, and especially today, even in today's craziness,
Mm-hmm.
it's, you gotta, I mean, I'm finding that because I can be very passionate about certain things, especially political and
Yep.
certain things like that. But I have to sit there and go, you got to let them go. Let it happen. As long
Yes.
as it doesn't affect me. If I may not like it, I may not
Yeah.
appreciate it, I may not like who's saying it or doing it, but that's them.
Yes. Yes.
And
Absolutely.
I control how things affect me.
The control that we have is to our reaction. And when you do not entertain things that you perceive to be unfavorable, then they stop coming around.
Mm-hmm.
When you can walk into an environment and not intake your environment, that's self mastery. You are walking with a shield because you can go and have anything happen to you, around you, and still solidly be you without
Yeah,
molding, shifting, feeling. Again, because we are the only ones feeling our feelings.
exactly.
We're the only ones feeling our feelings. You didn't make me feel this way. I made me feel this way based off of what you said.
Mm-hmm.
So why am I torturing myself? Why
Right.
am I giving this negative, my perceived negative connotation, any energy? Because that's a waste of my time. I'm going to go focus on something else. When my guides presented me with this, it was, I knew that this was the next step. It's just that jumping point. But realistically, Craig, since you happen to be recording this, if you wouldn't mind, would you mind this being my first episode?
I, we could do that. That's up
Because
to
I feel
you.
like that was no, this is, it gave me a beginning to my story. It's giving me the beginning to, hey, I'm just trying to figure this out. And this is an amazing person who I value so much. And this is people when you want to actually have opportunities and have this jumping point. I was afraid of the first step. I'm doing my first step.
And you know what? This is an amazing first step because, first of all, you acknowledged it.
Mm-hmm.
You decided that you wanted to take the step. When you messaged me the other day, I was like, gosh, I haven't talked to Anna in a while. And, oh, this sounds interesting. What is she going to do? And you have all, the beauty of this is you lined yourself up already and you have, I can see it in your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You have a desire, you have a passion
Mm-hmm.
to move forward with
Absolutely.
this, in
Yes.
addition to building your community that you've already done. And
Mm-hmm.
that is incredible. Um,
Yes.
you've done, let's just say that you've done work that some people have not done to start building that community that you need as a foundation. And that is very, very good. So now it's time to move to the next level
Yes.
and continue. Let's say that continue the work that you're starting with this, with doing a podcast or doing whatever it is you're doing right now on TikTok or whatever other platform you happen to be working with. And with the people, obviously, that is most important. Caring about the people more than just the money end.
Oh
In
yeah, you
other
can't.
words,
You
you're
can't.
not you're not doing this because you have to.
Nope.
You're doing this because you want to.
When you are presented with something that gives you such an array and such a depth of feeling supported, feeling seen, feeling like, oh my gosh, we're not so isolated. This technological age has disconnected the human experience from humanness, from evolving and being able to sit and connect eye to eye and heart to heart and be like, hi, this is what I'm experiencing. I'm not misconstruing it over a text message. You're hearing the resonance in my voice. You're hearing the tonality. You're feeling my feelings. You're feeling my energy. And it's bringing us back together to be like, hi, this is what I'm experiencing. Maybe you are too. So let's navigate this together.
And that's why, if you can't be in person face to face, you and I have, and I appreciate all of the interactions that we've had. But even here, okay, you're not sitting directly across from me. I'm not sitting directly across from you, but I am looking at you and I can see you. I can understand your feelings. I can hear the way you're talking to me, and I can see how you are interpreting it right here. And that's so important. Even if you're using a technology like we are to relate to each other.
It is taking technology and making it work for us in a way of not a distraction, but to be a tool for growth and expansion. I mean, we're able to reach people in different countries. We're able to reach people we don't know, people that we would never know. And it's like, if I can put something out that reaches somebody who just happens to need that message for that day, I've seen it time and time again. It's spreading hope. It's spreading, that message of, you are seen, you are supported, and you are loved, because this is coming up for you, not by coincidence. There is no such thing as coincidence in my book. If it's showing up for you, it was meant for you.
Exactly. And this is the sum of your experiences. With my friend Robert and I, one of the things during our podcast that I shared, and it just came to me, and I still will share this because to me it's still a great way to describe where you are right now. In geometry we hear A plus B equals C. Okay, well, I take that and do into what we are talking about right now. A is who you are, B is your experiences, and C is where you are right now. And good or bad, C is where you are right now.
Yeah.
How can you make those changes? Well, you take those B's and you say, all right, where am I now? How can I do better with where I am now? Well, you get better because you take the sum of your experiences with who you are, add them together, and become who you are right now.
The Craig Jackman Show. Just remember that we are a mirror of each other.
Yeah.
So the things that you have spoken into me, saying like, there is only one you, there is only your unique signature, your unique face, the way that you interact, the way that you do these things, you're speaking to yourself. But are you willing to jump?
You hear the words that you say. Bruce Lee said that. That's not the direct quote, but that is a similar quote.
The Craig Jackman version of that quote.
The Craig Jackman version of it. Okay, fine. But it's true.
Yeah.
You hear every word you say. The other quote that I love is Henry Ford. He said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Yes. 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 I think a lot of us just struggle with the first steps simply because we're not really sure what we want.
And that's the most important thing that I'm finding out is, okay, you can continue to do what you do, but do you have that passion? Yeah. What is that passion?
Yeah.
Write it down or focus on that passion. Yes, you still got to do your day-to-day.
Yeah.
But if you focus on that passion and step by step, you're going to eat that elephant one bite at a time. it will come to pass. But you got to keep on it. You got to keep consistent. You got to be, well, consistent is the word.
Yes.
It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen a week from now. But if you keep it consistent.
Yes. My path was definitely to embody and be a visual example of practice what you preach. And it has set me up in such a way to be like, I wanted to manifest becoming a singer. I started that journey 10 years ago.
Okay.
It's taken off relatively in the past 2 years where I have been gigs. I achieved a lifelong dream of mine of singing at Downtown Disney. Like,
boom.
I never in a million years thought that I was going to be able to do that. And I almost said no. Because it was last minute. It was like the day before, and it was just, would you? And I'm like, I just have to say yes. I just have to say yes and just go. It's like I do this all the time and just do it. And the first time I did it, it was definitely not my best show. But the second time I did it,
got better.
And it was an instant yes, because I've already taken that first step. Just have to jump in. And so even if people are having a hard time finding their thing, it's just trial and error. But the faster that you figure out the things that you don't want, it's going to put you on the path of the thing that you do want.
Let that sit.
Mm-hmm.
That is it. You have to take that first step.
Yes.
You can go back to Lao Tzu if you wanted to. You know, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Okay, yeah. I'm not exactly quoting, but that's essentially it.
I love it.
But you're right. You never know unless you try.
Yes. But do you have the capacity to try? The push, the drive to try, because most people don't.
Yeah.
They stay stuck in routine. They say, I'll do it tomorrow. But something that we have learned, and something that I have learned, is there is really no future. It is just now. The future is now. Everything is now. A second ago, it was now. It is now. Okay, well, we can have the sun. If you're going by sun time, great. But also, if you're going by East Coast time, if you're going by, it's in a different country, yes. Time doesn't exist. We have created meaning for time. So now is a really good time to start.
That's a beautiful way to put it, because you see a lot of posts and a lot of memes that talk about, it doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your situation, it doesn't matter, whether you're poor or rich or whatever.
Yeah.
If you start now, start.
Yes.
Because it's not, okay, you can pine over the fact that you maybe should have started 20 years ago or 30 years ago or 5 years ago. You didn't. In fact, okay, my mentor, Robert, is actually starting something that he has even said this. He should have started 24 years ago. Why didn't he do it 24 years ago? Who knows? Here's something to think about. Why didn't James Cameron do Avatar 10 years prior to the time that the original movie came out? Because he had it all ready to go 10 years prior to the movie. Technology wasn't there.
Yep.
He had it in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't create it, but he kept it going. As it relates to Robert, maybe 24 years ago wasn't the exact timing of what needed to be done, even though he had the foresight in his mind, but he kept it going. He kept that image in his mind that he would create this community.
Yes. And
it took 24 years to get all of the pieces together. The same way it took James Cameron 10 years to get those pieces together. The same way that it took us whatever time it took to get to this point together to become who we are, or to start to become who we want to be.
Absolutely. You can plant the seed, but you cannot force it to grow. Only nature can tell when the seed is going to actually come to fruition. So it is all in divine timing, as we like to say.
Whether
It is,
you're 80,
yeah,
whether you're 50, you're
it
18,
is
you're 8,
appropriate
doesn't
time.
matter.
It doesn't, you can't live by regret because you will count so much regret for
Yeah.
what? The regret is if you have it in your brain and you want to take action and it feels correct to take action on it, do it.
The regret the way I would look at it as regret is a lesson.
Absolutely.
And
And
that's
it
a
should
hard
be.
one to do because
It should
we
be.
all regret and
Absolutely.
we all beat ourselves up over it. And I'm going to say it's not easy. I still find myself regretting. But then
Oh
I
my
have to
goodness.
keep, we're human.
We're human. That's the thing. Is like we can sit here and be like, I have my emotions under mastery and it's amazing. And it's like, no, are you kidding me? I have to apologize constantly.
Yeah.
But I also take accountability for like, yo, that wasn't the smartest thing to do. Like,
Right. And so what did that
but I've
teach you?
learned. You learn, and it's like the quicker, it's like getting through it quicker and diminishing the time of like, this isn't sitting on my heart. It's not bothering me. It's not, again, we are in control of our own emotions. If you did something and it's affecting you, own up to it so that way you can move past it. But it's getting that window closer and closer and closer so that way you're not sitting there killing yourself in your own head, being like, oh, I did this and I'm so sorry about that. And I should have never done that. And I've been holding on to
Yep.
this for like 50 years and I can't do it. And it's like, why?
You have to be happy with what it is you do and how you perceive everything, or at least do the best that you can. And that is so important.
You are an inspiring man, Craig. You are an inspiring man. It is so nice to be able to sit in the presence of somebody who can ping pong and continue on a depth and in-depth conversation of just pure empowerment. And it is a rarity, but I know that it's not going to continue to be a rarity
Well, it's
because people who listen to conversations like this, again, it makes people think differently. You make me think differently. It makes me expand. It makes me sit there and have to fish on the inside to be like, this sounds great. That actually makes me want to think more on this. And then we can continue again to just go back and forth and have this just exchange, this flow of a beautiful conversation. And it also gives people an opportunity to sit there and say, hey, I heard about this. What do you think of that? And it's like expanding other people. It's a ripple effect. Every
oh,
every
absolutely.
single thing that we intake, what we consume, it's not just the food that we eat, it's what we hear, it's what we feel, it's what, our outward, what we search for in the world. So it's like, am I going to sit here and go and search for bad things? No. Why would I do that? Why would I want that? I don't want that. Do you want that? I don't want that.
Yeah.
I want to go and be in nature because I can't control nature. I don't want to control nature. I want to observe it in its beauty. And so all I did was start viewing people as nature, not something to control, not something to make fit into my certain standard. I don't want to sit here and uproot a tree. Why would I do that? Because that takes away from my view. It takes away from, all of these things. I think the tree is beautiful exactly how it is. Why would I want somebody else to change who they are to suit my standards? No. I either enjoy it or I move. I can move. The tree doesn't have to
Exactly.
move. I can move.
Yeah. If you don't like it, step away from it.
Yes, you don't have to take it in. You do not have to take those things in. So if it's unfavorable to you, you are never stuck. It's viewing it differently.
And honoring whatever view they may have. And I don't mean that if it's something that is definitely not you,
Yeah.
when I say honoring it, and especially if the person's being respectful,
Yeah.
that's understood, then it's just like, thank you, but I don't believe that. Or maybe it's just as easy to just say, you know what, thank you, I appreciate your point of view.
Yes.
and casually leave. If it's something that is harmful or hurtful, then you have to either decide, do you want to be a part of this? Do you defend it? Or do you want to just walk away and not deal with it?
Mm-hmm.
But that's got to be from where you are at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, walking away, in spite of how you may feel, may be the best choice.
Absolutely. And it's also recognizing the patterns that pop up in your day to day life. If you're noticing that something is always happening to you, that's when you have to really look within yourself to be like, well, why is this always presenting itself to me?
Exactly. Why are
Why
you
is this
attracting it?
conflict? Why is this conflict always around me? What are you choosing? Hello, my friend. Hello. He agrees.
Well, I don't think we need to answer the question why, because he's causing. In fact, okay, if I want to talk a little bit about nature, there have been several instances where, depending on where I am, a hummingbird,
Yes.
and it just comes right up, looks at me, follows me a little bit, like if I'm doing my morning run outside, and I'm like, I guess that might be my spirit animal.
Yes. It's crazy that you say that because this tree right here, I always have two hummingbirds that come and visit me right here on this tree
Ah,
every single day. And sometimes they'll come and fly up and it'll scare me because I'm like,
yeah.
they're quick. They're
Oh,
so
they are.
quick. But it's also the grace, the precision, and the momentum that such a small being carries and the symbolism of the hummingbird. It's just a remembrance of no matter how small you are perceived or you perceive yourself to be,
Mm-hmm.
that the momentum in which you carry can get you anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So I
Big or
love that
small, doesn't
that
matter.
is your spirit animal. I love that for you. That is such a symbolic, beautiful thing. I mean, that reaches so many people. So if you honor that as a totem for yourself, understand that you are a messenger for people. You are somebody who is meant to be seen and witnessed and remembered as something. Oh, I saw a hummingbird today. Oh, I got a message from Craig today. Oh, I heard something from Craig today. Like that is the power of you.
Thank you.
You are profound. I've known it since the moment I set eyes on you. I knew it, and I have been rooting for you since day freaking one because it is just an experience to be in your presence. It is an experience to know you. It is an honor to know you. And you are just one of those special people that shows the path of yes, continuously follow the things that you want, continuously follow, and don't conform to something that you want to deem as normal. I mean, we came and saw you as an eel in The Little Mermaid, and that was like the coolest thing ever. It was so cool. But like that to me, like I said, I live in San Diego. That was in what, like Costa Mesa?
Actually, that was in Upland.
Upland. So even further. So
Yeah.
knowing that you are somebody worthy for me to go and put my time, effort, energy into because I see you as somebody so special. You deserve my attention because you are just you. You are just existing.
Bless you.
So if I think of you that way, how many people are you keeping from you?
Yeah.
You're ready. I know you are. And whether it be a show, whether it be anything that you're working on, like only you know your path, but I know that you want something to be your own, not just a back seat, because you deserve to be in the driver's seat.
Well, that ultimate goal, yes. But if I can help somebody get there, that is just as important to me. I love seeing other people succeed. And even if I can be a small part of that, that is very important to me. I love it when people can, like you, when people succeed because it's something that they want. I'm ready to celebrate because that is your desire, that is your passion, and we all need to celebrate other people's passions just as much as we celebrate our own.
Yes. Because also it inspires us.
Yes.
When you see somebody who's been working and you're like, yes, congratulations. Like, and that's the thing is once you let go of any kind of competition mindset to be like, there is enough of a platform for anything that you are wanting to do, a desire because of your own unique signature. Like the people that are attracted to me might not be attracted to you, and vice versa. The people that are attracted to you would not be attracted to me. We are so, again, specifically made for our purpose.
Yes.
And our purpose is what we want. Go figure. Who'd have thought?
There's a book out that I would recommend anybody and everybody read. Actually, there's two books that I would recommend. One is called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. If you read it, one of the things you even brought up, it talks about getting out of the competitive mind and just doing what you feel. In other words, what is passionate for you. The other book is The Greatest Miracle in the World by Og Mandino. And chapter 9 in the book is called The God Memorandum. I recommend that book, and especially The God Memorandum, because it talks about being unique, you being a miracle, you being the miracle of you, and sharing that with everybody. Yes. And those are the books that Robert has shared with me, and both of them are incredible. Yeah. If you're even just looking to open up and expand your mind, those are the two books that I would recommend. There's a lot of other books out there.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
I mean, I have a book written. I'm just trying to throw it all into one. It's a year worth of channeled messages that I've received. And again, just putting it all into one specific place is ADHD, man. Trying.
One step at a time.
And I went just about, I'm a month, 5 weeks, 6 weeks sober off of my ADHD meds. I randomly quit it fully one day. I was waking up every day and to just function normally, taking something. And I go, it's not sitting right with me. I want to actually, if I'm trying to meet myself, I need to fully meet myself. And so I went fully sober, and I'm like, it's been hard, but it's been more rewarding knowing that I'm doing it my way. That's
You're doing it your way. It doesn't hurt anybody.
Nope.
It doesn't interfere with any other activities.
Yes.
That's awesome.
This is exactly the framework, though. This is something is that even the beginning of our call, it's almost like I go into what's called the channel state, the flow state, and I take a back seat in my own brain, and whatever message needs to come out comes out. And so empowering you to do your own thing, to say it's time, that's not coming from me. I'm just a medium. I am a vessel. So I get a download and I speak it out. I don't have to state it, but these are things that we know it's time. So understanding that you've received the messages, what you do with it is on to you. You don't have to take it. You don't have to accept it. But knowing that if it's coming through me, it's a desire of you, something that is within.
Where is it coming from? It's not coming from here. It's coming from here. If it's coming from here, it'll come right out here. If it's coming out here, it's going to connect with somebody. Mm-hmm.
We are a vibration. We have an energetic field around that, and that's just science.
Yeah.
You
Abraham
can't
Hicks talks about that all the time.
you can't throw a rock into a puddle of water and not expect it to be moved.
Unless it's ice. But then that's another story.
I specifically said puddle of water. We can always do the what ifs, but that's a
That's
spiral.
right. That's right.
That's
That's
a
right.
spiral. Know that by me at least taking the first step and showing up for the job that I've been told to do and within my own self,
Mm-hmm.
because this is something that has been in my field for like a year. And to actually take that first step, I know that the rest will unfold exactly how it needs to. But for right now, it's like utilize what you have. This is something, and again, it's teaching people like you don't have to invest anything but your voice, your time, your effort, your energy into something to be able to grow it, because that has been
Exactly.
my entire growth, my entire expansion on this journey as an oracle. I started not knowing anything, and it has been slightly over a year. And the confidence level that I have, I can do Reiki, I can do all of these things. My readings, it's like I don't even have to use cards, I don't have to use anything. I just get downloads, I channel things. Thing that I always found to be interesting is I've never once had a mentor. Anytime that I went to sign up for something,
Mm-hmm.
anytime that I wanted to take a class or learn from somebody, I was completely not able to. Resources weren't available, the timing was off, something, it just wasn't, it didn't sit right, it didn't feel right. And it's because I needed to be the example that you don't need a certificate, you don't need a degree, you don't need anything outside of yourself to have a passion, a knowing, and to be able to do it yourself with whatever you have available to you. And if you don't have the tools available, it'll be provided for you.
And it's always out there.
It's always out there. You just have to meet the opportunity. You just have to meet it.
I'm going to send you a link to Unlimited Wisdom, which is the group that I'm involved with Robert Hollis. It's free. And in fact, at noon today, we're doing what is known as Ask Us Anything. And I
Oh, nice.
moderate, and Robert takes questions. And we, as part of the group.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, to me, it sounds like that you are definitely in line with that. Now, it's up to you how much you want to participate. But if anything, I would just say check it out. It's an incredible group, and you can take from it what you will. But I think you're on the right path.
I feel like more of the help that was needed was just you showing up for me today, Craig. I think genuinely that's all that I needed, is just somebody to give me the support and again just showing up or being in this process, in this my first step. So I appreciate it and I'm so glad it was you. And I'm honored. I'm genuinely honored because I don't think of anybody more perfect to help me through this. You as a person are somebody who is a safe space, who is open and to not shut down. Like I could have come up on here and said, "Hi, I'm here to talk about a podcast on, I'm going to paint a broomstick." And you'd be like, "Okay." You know what I mean? Like it would be like I could have showed up because you had no context. You have nothing. Like I'm relatively like I'll post things on like my, and I'm seeing a dandelion just floating like a dandelion seed. So I love that. That just means like a little wish fulfillment, just like just
Nice.
that little seed floating, one seed floating in the air. I love that. That was excellent. Um, you're just that safe space. You are that person. You are somebody who, regardless, you say, "Hi, you came to me, asked for help." That is a first step. I would be honored to come and help and work with you. And like doing that, and that takes, again, somebody so special because your energy emanates safety. And in a world that is so based on judgment, on a world that is so based on reaction, to get people riled up, to fight people, to sit there and people like, like there are people out there who just go on to combat things. And it's like, why?
Mm-hmm.
You have chosen to empower and to encourage and to show up for people and say, I don't care what your idea is. If you're excited about it, I'm excited for you. Here's whatever I can do to help you. Like that to me shows me that I am in perfect alignment within myself because I have attracted into my field somebody like you. So I appreciate you on such a deep level, more than I could ever verbally express.
You did. You don't. Just what you said. Yeah. Seriously. My face is almost splitting in half with a smile. It is very much appreciated. And yeah, again, if I, especially with my friends, if I can help them,
Yeah.
then.
But that's the kind of attitude, Craig, that changes lives.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that? And I feel like on a small perception level, yes. But you are somebody who changes lives. You've changed mine. So just knowing that on your journey throughout your life, on your day to day, your effect on this world has been one of a positive change in this world. So keep showing up as you. Continue to go for the things that you genuinely want because, again, this is your life. This is the time of you, the time of now, the time of anything that you desire. You're ready for any step that you want to take in any direction that you want. And I hope that you take it because you are a profound person. You are like the iceberg that sunk the Titanic in a good way.
In a good way. Okay, in a good way.
You stick out. You are something. You are vast. You are an experience. You are memorable. I was trying to take the ice and the water and put it together, and it was an iceberg. So I was just trying to circle the
I know where you were coming from.
Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for just existing. Thank you for being you. Thank you for taking time out of your day because that is something that we take far too for granted is our time. So I appreciate you investing your time into my idea.
Love you,
I love you.
appreciate you,
I
bless
appreciate you.
you, and thank you very,
I'll be
very
waiting.
much.